Right in front of me here, I have Eonon's new M3BKX6S. This is Eonon's newest addition to their lineup for the first generation Mazda 3 with the Android 13 platform. Today we're gonna go ahead and unbox this. I'm gonna show you everything you need to know on how to install it, all the wiring, all the features. Let's get into this. If you're looking for the 2010 to 2013 Eonon, I'll leave that link up in the top right for you guys to check out. If you want to get anything yourself from Eonon, use code CR10 on their website to get an extra bit of a discount. I'll also leave a discount down for Amazon in the description below. Let's go ahead and see what's inside our box. The thing we're greeted with is our radio, and all of the wiring and accessories is going to be in here. Here you can see our nice touch screen. It has a plastic screen protector over it. Very, very slim design with a lot of room for the wires in the back. User manual, features, and where everything gets wired up to. Also come with the A0127 HD rear view camera. If you guys want to see how to install this camera, I'm gonna have a separate video on an installation. I'll leave that up in the top right for you guys to check out. And here is all your accessories. You're gonna get your GPS, external microphone, 5G bar, and a bunch of USB wiring for wired Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. This is gonna be the mounting bracket to retain your top LCD screen. And then you have your full wiring harness. Here is our new unit for the end of 2025 and moving into 2026. This runs on the Android 13 operating system. Comes with an 8-core processor, more efficient than the previous gen, with 6 GB RAM and 64 GB of onboard storage. The QLED screen with HD resolution. It's got wired and wireless Android and Apple CarPlay. And obviously this is gonna retain all your steering wheel controls. You're gonna keep that top LCD screen up top, and everything else, it's a plug and play unit. You're just getting the best of the best in your very, very old Mazda 3. So let's go ahead and pull out our old radio. Pop down your glove box. You guys want to pop this top trim piece out. You can start by pulling right here, and don't be scared. You're gonna want to pull it from the middle. It's a little tricky. So you want to try and get the left side first, and then you pop it and pretty much just pull it out. Once we get to this step, take a Phillips screwdriver, and there's going to be 2 screws. You're going to want to remove both of these. Now, before you take your old unit out, please make sure you have any CDs you want out of this old unit. You're also going to want to take out these 2 top screws and just pop this up just a little bit. And take our radio and give it a good yank. Here we are now. Since we are here, you're gonna wanna unplug this top plug, this plug in the back, this plug, and your radio antenna plug. And once you've done all that, we can go ahead and take our old radio and move it out of the way. So here we have the main wire harness. So what we want to do is make sure that we plug every single thing in. One of the most comments I get on all my videos is steering wheel controls aren't working or something else not working. You have to make sure you plug everything in, even the things that you don't think you're gonna use. Every plug needs to be plugged in. So please triple check that you've done that. As far as your main harness goes, these are the 3 slots that'll be used. These 2 slots in the middle will be used for your USB connections, whether that's your CarPlay and everything. And then this slot will not be used. So your main harness consists of, if you want to use any other connections, they'll plug in right there, like your GPS, your 4G, and your Wi-Fi port. Obviously your harness consists of multiple other things like subwoofer, different audio plugs, dash cam plug, your external microphone, everything. If you need any of that, just take a look. But now we can go ahead and plug into our main radio. Once it's all plugged into your main harness, you will see the main harness right here. You will plug in your top LCD harness. There's another harness right here. I believe that's used for your steering wheel controls. And then we also have our radio plug down there. That being said, now we can configure and move everything to the back. Make sure to wiggle your wires around. You don't want anything pinched or, you know, just sitting in a bad spot. There is a lot going on in the back here. And then once you feel confident, you can push your unit up into place, and it should sit there without any screws, but you did put your tabs in, so you're gonna wanna put your screws in here and here. but obviously you're gonna wanna make sure that the radio works first. You can test that by just turning your key on one click, and you can see that our radio has turned on. So now we can finish putting it together. To put back everything, you just need to slide that into place, and we can go ahead, slide that little corner in. We'll pop around and we can kind of push throughout here. So now everything is set up. You have your screen up here, your screen right here. Now we can start playing with all the features. And I want to show you all of our OEM features that we've retained by using the Eonon. So we can start our car. As you guys can see, like I said, our LCD screen is working up top. If you have your electronic fan controls, you can still see all of that. If you want to see any of these different settings, you can all control it by your steering wheel controls. There's a certain way and some buttons you hold and press that you can change all this stuff. So you still have full controls over this. I would consult your user manual for the Mazda 3 to see which buttons you need to hold and control to change all this. It's a little bit confusing, but you can definitely still do that. With the unit in, as you guys can see, if I press our steering wheel controls, we are full function on that, which is probably one of the best parts about this. With the car on, and what's really cool is through the factory harness, if I put the car in reverse, it will pop up with the reverse camera. Mine's not hooked up yet. It is automatic, and you can change the settings, turn the volume down. You can have your guides and all that stuff. Really, really neat to have it that accessible. If you guys still have the Bose audio sound system in your Mazda 3, it's still going to work with that as well, so you don't need to worry about having to change any of that out. It is all plug and play, and all your OEM functions are still going to work. So let's go ahead and see all the features on the new Eonon. Now, please don't mind any of the screen discoloration that you see on screen. That is just my camera trying to pick up everything that you see here. So this is the new home screen. So the first thing I'm going to do personally is turn off our touch sound. If we swipe right, we can change through some wallpapers, which is really neat. I'm sure there is a way to customize with your own. We have a lot of different wireless setups here, like Wi-Fi. We can connect to a Wi-Fi network. I did update. Now there is a new version update when I did connect to my Wi-Fi. One feature I really like is when you turn the headlights on, your system will dim, and then you'll have the different colors on the side here, which you can change. You can change how much it dims. You can change all your screen brightness just in our device settings here with our brightness level and our night color, all that stuff. Click here, we can see all our apps that we have. One really cool feature is our equalizer. We have what I believe is, I think it's 49 different equalizer options here. So you can really fine tune your Bose system, or if you have an aftermarket system in here as well. You also can control your subwoofer, every individual speaker, filters, all this stuff. Insanely technical. Like I said, you can change all your frequencies and everything. This is a lot to play around with. Find your right settings, play some of your favorite music, and spend a good amount of time. You can really get a lot out of the stock speakers in this car, as well as this unit is now pushing more power to all those units than your stock radio was. I do want to test out our wireless Apple CarPlay here, so we can head to our Bluetooth section and look to connect. I'm just doing it on my phone here. As you guys can see, I've now connected on the Eonon. It's gonna throw us straight into Apple CarPlay. And you guys can see now with our new iOS 26, we have the new Apple CarPlay UI. So you can go through your maps, you can use your Spotify, obviously your Bluetooth calling. You can change your settings in here, like your wallpaper. There's different wallpaper options. I mainly use the wireless Apple CarPlay on all my Eonons. That's pretty much the only feature I use. When I turn the car on, it's almost instant that it pretty much connects and loops me into Apple CarPlay, so I don't need to fiddle around with the screen. It's really, really handy, and I love using it. So now, obviously, we have it connected to the internet. So if you guys are bored, or obviously you shouldn't be using this when you're driving, but if you're waiting for your significant other to come out to the car, you can head over to YouTube, catch up with my YouTube videos. You can even do things like go into Netflix. You also go on Google if you need to search something up real quick and you don't want to use your phone for some reason. I think I'm setting a live wallpaper. Let's see what I'm doing right now. I think I just set a live wallpaper. What? Oh my God. I just set the earth. Look at this. Oh, okay. That's interesting. That's really cool. There's a lot of really cool features in here. There's a lot of wallpapers. Wow, that's bright. I think I'm gonna keep the earth spinning. That was pretty neat. You can remove things. You can add things to your home screen, like smartphone link. Perfect. straight into CarPlay. So with that being said, there's so much to explore in these units. I can only go over so much. You're basically running on a mini tablet. Like I said, the only thing I mainly use is, here, watch, check this out. So set it up. If I want to set up my audio, boom, done. Go over to smartphone, connect my Apple CarPlay, boom. Everything fires up once the car fires up. This unit is fantastic. You play around with your back cam, you put your dash cam in here. If you don't even want to use CarPlay, you can use your music app on the Android unit itself. You got your Play Store, you got Google Maps you can play with the GPS that comes with the unit. You have your Torque app for your OBD that you can link to this. It's insane. So if you guys want a multifunction unit, touchscreen, wireless Apple CarPlay, all that is what is available, and this has to be one of the best options on the market. The Android unit UI is super fast, going through all the settings, closing apps, doing all that. Very responsive. Steering wheel controls, very, very responsive. Absolutely Eonon's best units today. So if you end up by wanting this unit, a friendly reminder to use that code CR10 at Eonon's website, or I'll leave the links in the description below. You can also get a discount on Amazon if you'd like. If you guys have any questions or comments about this unit, please reach out to me. And if you have any issues with your specific unit, Eonon has a great support team there as well. Other than that, guys, thank you so much. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a like on the video, comment down below. Other than that, guys, keep it real. I'll see y'all in the next one.